Hi guys, it's Weta, and I did this purple nightscape the other day and didn't really fully pay attention to what I was doing, so I got some of the highlights wrong, and so I wanted to talk about one light source. Now, when you have one light source, it can help your viewer pay attention to what is the focal image. And this particular note card did pretty much follow the rule of thirds, with the exception of the water line and the sky line. And basically the rule of thirds says that you divide your substrate into 3 equal parts vertically and then 3 equal parts horizontally. Where those lines intersect is where the eye wants to rest, where it finds it most pleasing. So having this area right here is great, and that's why I did put it here. Ideally the water line should be maybe right here or up here. If it's up here, I didn't have enough room for mountains. If it's down here, I didn't have enough room to give you the idea that this was water. So it's just because it's such a small format. But you know, ICADs are fun art. They're not fine art. And fun art is important because fun art is where you can play, learn, and explore. For example, and I didn't point this out in the video, one of the really nice things that I learned from playing, and I learned this some time ago with this, because your sky and your water are almost the same color, if not the same color, you can differentiate between them by texture. And I started my brush off the side and I kind of swooped and, you know, did the same thing, trying to cover the background, and you do get that sky look to it, but it still has some interest. The water, the same thing as far as adding interest. I started my brush strokes on the note card, and it leaves these striations that, you know, sometimes that's how water looks, but it definitely differentiates between the sky and the water by using that. Okay, one light source. If my moon is my light source, this area is fine. I start to get in trouble right here. I need that a little bit more, but the on this side, I don't know left from right, but these are the sides that should be shaded from here over. On the mountain, the side closest to the moon is what should be shaded, and what's in between is going to get darker. So this is still pretty bright right here, but it's not as bright as right here. This is just where I put the sweet pea color. Where I get into trouble is like right here. I wanted that kind of highlighted because the moon's right here, so it's going to shine on it. That would have been fine, except I did something funky sorta here, and then I'm shading the opposite side over here. So we kind of need to fix that. Now, I could get away with a little bit, alright, because there is reflected light, okay, off of the water, off of snow, off of different things. So you notice that when you walk in a full moon, you know, it's very bright, and that a lot of that can be, one, there's more light out there, but two, reflected light. But let's fix some of this. I go in here and I just put some sweet pea out. Let's put a little white out. If I wanted to, I could do a whole bunch, and I did bring the purple over here. There's some white. Let me get a paintbrush. Okay, and I'm going to fix this because that's sort of driving me nuts. I'm going into my sweet pea, and I'm going to bring that down a little. Okay, so I've got a clear line, not just a weird gap. And this would be okay if I, number one, fixed this just a little bit right here, and I should let that dry, but if I came in here and made this a bit of a peak, and then we're kind of highlighting on down, okay? And so then this becomes the wrong side, but I need, again, another peak right here. Make it a peak here to come on down. And let's blend just a little. Up to that peak. Okay? Now what I'm saying here is that my peak is right here, and I'm letting all this get shaded. It really should come down a little more. I may get my purple out. And then this side is highlighted. This is the crevice between the two. It's really the back side of this mountain. And then I'm saying there's some reflected light going on over here because that's on the wrong side, but I'm still highlighting it. So I do think that I'm going to go into my purple and sort of fix this right here. Now here, that's just a blob really. That didn't make much sense to do, and again, it should come up. This makes no sense. That just doesn't make any sense, and that is completely on the wrong side. So let me rinse out my brush, and let me go into my sweet pea, and I'm going to tone this one down, and then I'll come back and fix it in just a minute. And sort of, I got too much water on my brush. Okay, maybe I'll just do that. Leave that sort of like that. And pull some of this out. Okay. And by doing that, again, I'm saying this is the side of my mountain, and I do need to touch that. I need a little bit of purple or something right there. It's still a little too vibrant. And you know, is this really a big deal? Is it something I should get all worked up about? No, no it's not. Is it something I kind of want to go in and fix because I didn't pay attention when I was doing it? Yeah. Okay, sort of introduced a new color there, which is not the most brilliant thing to do, but, and maybe this wasn't the purple I was using, I don't know. Okay, this is driving me totally nuts. That was just a quick dab. Let's do this too, while I've got this other color. And maybe even right here. Yeah. And maybe even just a little right here. So at least it's just a tad more consistent, where this, because it's facing the moon, is brighter than this, which is on the side away from the moon. And wow, we can let that one go. That could actually happen. I'm going to tone that down just a tad though, because it's on the side away from the moon. It should be a little more shaded. Okay, am I going to live with this like it is? I still don't like this. Still don't like that. So let's maybe not make this one quite so bright. Tone it down just a little. And I don't want that harsher line, so I'll smudgy it. There. Okay. Now, I'm happier with that. I still want to tone this down a little, I think. It's still brighter, but maybe that shows that it's not as bright. Okay, so again, you want the light source to be on those sides that are closest to the moon, and the sides that are not, you want a little more shaded. So I'm a little happier with it. Again, this is supposed to be fun art, not fine art, but we do want to, have a little more attention than I did. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. This has just been bugging me. I can live with this. It's a little better than it was. So thank you so much. If you enjoyed listening to me ramble and being a little OCD, hit that thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you again. Bye.